welcome back to
Bunso Bites.
I'm your host, Ami43.
And I'm your co-host, Chigi.
Hi, Chigi.
Hi, Ami.
You ready for part 2?
Part 2 it is.
You know, it's been a day since our last recording. We're still on wedding hype train, I feel like. In the best of ways. We're definitely still riding the high, and it's been fun. Like, I've literally was telling Chigi before this, I was like, I want to talk about it some more.
yeah. You kept on going when we were recording yesterday, and
we
were like, hold up. We're getting like past, the recording time. We can cut this up into multiple parts because it's going to take a while.
We anticipated it being like a 2-parter, but now I'm like, maybe it's a 3 or even a 4-parter.
Yeah.
Who knows? We have a lot to talk about. But yeah, so in our last episode, I think we left off at the rehearsal dinner.
The dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so from the dinner, we needed to coordinate to get to the chapel for the actual wedding rehearsal.
Right.
And I know the groomsmen, they were like, it's going to be a long day. We should make a Wawa run and get some caffeine or snacks or whatever.
Yeah.
Just to pep them up, to prepare them for the actual rehearsal, and then anything that we need to do last minute before the actual ceremony.
Right. And for context, the rehearsal was scheduled for like 9:30 at night. Excuse me. This is the night before the wedding. So
right.
We knew, and we fully were anticipating having a late or later night. So knowing that we were going to have a later night anyways, not even just the groomsmen, but Mo and I were like, yeah, we should probably pick up some caffeine. Also in this adventure, because you were saying like we were trying to coordinate rides, we found out right before the rehearsal dinner that we needed the marriage certificate, which I did not have. I had left it at home because I thought we weren't going to need it till the next day for the actual wedding. So once we kind of figured out who was going where and who was riding in what car, Mo and I had to go home. Now, because Mo had driven my car by herself initially, there was a bunch of stuff in the front seat. So we had to move that stuff to your car so that we would have room in you had plenty of room in your car because you and I had, weren't really carrying a lot of stuff. And so, we moved a box over to your car. That will become a relevant thing later. Moved a box over to your car. Mo and I were like, deuces, went home, ran to get the marriage certificate, and then went straight to the chapel. Now, in all this process, you were with your groomsmen. You're with Kuya, right?
I'm with my brother, and then Best Man was following me to the chapel. So, at the dinner, I went ahead and got you and Mo's caffeine orders. To get at Wawa, since there was one down the street. So we stopped by a Wawa, and we started making the order. I think it was your order that was easier.
Yeah.
And then Mo's order wasn't that bad, but there was no option to add caffeine to it.
Oh, I see.
And so...
didn't she get a matcha?
I think so. And there was no option to add a caffeine shot to it through the kiosk.
Oh, I see.
And so we had to speak with an employee, be like, hey, can you make a custom order for us? And we wanted this with caffeine in it.
Right.
And so...
a dirty matcha, essentially.
Yes. And so they were like, yeah, we can do that for you. You just need to tell the cashier that you have an extra shot of caffeine in it. It's going to be $1 extra.
Yeah.
So I was like, cool,
makes sense.
No problem. So we get 2 tickets because yours was easier. And then we had Mo's ticket. And so we go up to the cashier. We pay for your drinks. And I tell the cashier, I was like, hey, the person over there making our drinks said that this is a special order. You need to add $1 for extra caffeine. So he does all that.
Yeah.
So while this is going on, I tell Best Man to go and get me a drink. And he was like, what do you want? I'm just like, whatever. Get me something big, something fruity, whatever.
Yeah.
So he goes and gets me a strawberry lemonade.
Okay, cool.
It's half gallon, I think.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And then I paid for 3 drinks. Came out to like maybe under $14.
Okay.
So we go back over to the lady who makes our drinks, and we wait for our drinks. And yours came out first, which is fine. And then she knew exactly what Mo's order was.
Right.
And so that one took a lot longer for whatever reason.
Right.
And then she makes a drink, and then I give her my ticket, and she goes, "You didn't pay for your drink." What are you talking about? I paid, just under $14.
Yeah.
And I don't have a receipt because the cashier never gave me one.
Sure.
And so I take the lady who made my drink. We go over to the cashier, and I'm trying to sort this out. I'm like, "Hey, I paid for 3 drinks, but this lady's saying that you never scanned my ticket for
like it wasn't
for Mo's order."
Yeah,
right? Which is very possible.
Yeah.
And so they bring up the transaction that I made. They see that I had made 2 drink orders, one with extra caffeine shot, and then my lemonade.
Okay.
And the lady that's making the drink tells the cashier, like, "Hey, you can't be doing that. Like, you need to scan the tickets and all that." I don't know if it's a new person or not, but
right.
we all make mistakes.
Probably just like a system thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I was just like, "Hey, man, it's all good. You don't have to apologize to me. Like, we all make mistakes, whatever." Yeah. I wasn't rude to him or anything, but it kind of seemed like the lady was a little bit rude to the cashier.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, so whatever the deal is, I wasn't like,
you weren't miffed.
I wasn't mad or anything.
Yeah.
So we get all that done. It took about like half an hour just to get all that done. But I was like, we're not late or anything.
Yeah. Right.
So it was like we left the dinner at like maybe a little bit after 8, so like 8:10 or something. Took us 30 minutes out Wawa, and then we still had about a 30-minute drive to the chapel.
Right.
So we're like, okay, we're not that late.
We'll make it on time.
We essentially thought that we were going to be there before 9:30, which was true. We got there at like 9:10, 9:15. So we're like, okay, we got 15 minutes to kill. Yeah. So we get into the parking lot. As soon as I get out, hey, where's your parents? Blah blah blah. Hey, where's this? Blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, I just got here. Like, can I go to the bathroom, pee first? Like,
well, you're the group. Everyone. That is the theme of this whole weekend is everyone asks you all the questions and you're expected to have all the answers.
Right. And so before I even get into the chapel, I get these questions and I'm like, okay, let me go get my parents. Sure. Call them over. They're just chilling inside the car. Oh, so okay. I tell them, hey, you're needed inside already.
People looking for you, yeah.
So I go get them, and then before I walk in again, hey, do you have this box with these things? Okay, let's go get it. It's in my car. I know that we had put this in my car before we left to go to the chapel. Yeah. So we get the box, whatever was in the trunk, we just offload it into the kitchen. Yeah. And we're like, hey, here's this, there's this. Here's the box. And then I specifically asked, hey, do we need this 7-Eleven bag? And your uncle's like, yeah, just bring it anyways. And so that 7-Eleven bag had the pillow in it.
Oh, yes.
Okay. And so I was like, okay, we took it all into the kitchen. Yeah. We left it there in the kitchen. And I was like, okay, this is the 7-Eleven bag with the pillow. Do you want to leave it here with the flowers or whatever? Right. He's like, yeah, just leave it. Yeah. Okay. Now it's off my hands. So I know I brought it in. Yes. And that was the last I seen or heard of it. Yes. So I finally drop off all the stuff in the kitchen, go to the bathroom, take my piss, and then finally walking into the sanctuary, everyone's just like dead staring. And I'm just like, whoa, am I late now?
I mean, yeah, there was a lot of chaos right before, which, I mean, that's to be anticipated, right? Yeah. One of the blessings and the curses, I guess, of you and I being as involved as we are with the wedding planning and everything about it is that, again, everyone comes to us with questions and they expect us to know the answers. Yeah. And by this, I mean, because you kind of have like and I'm just going to kind of hark back to, we literally did a wedding a couple of months ago, our friend's wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And none of that happened to them because they just showed up and other people were taking care of the flowers.
Right.
Other people were, when we showed up, it was a cacophony of freaking out and someone being like, where is this? This is that and the other. Granted, we were running a little bit behind because, again, we were told last minute, we need the marriage certificate. So I had to go all the way home, which I had to essentially go from Virginia Beach to Chesapeake, then to Norfolk.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, there was a delay. Did I have control over that? Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
Did I have control over the fact that we had to move a box so that I can fit in the car? No, absolutely not. But guess what? You were at the chapel and I was at the chapel. All the things that were needed were at the chapel.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all that really mattered to me because I knew that I was like, okay, it's all there. We will find it however we find it if it gets quote unquote lost or misplaced, but we'll find it. Now, going back to that box that was in your car.
Mm-hmm.
So Mo and I get there and, I come in, I kind of like unload. I have like my bag, I have the marriage certificate, I have all my things, right? And I kind of like holler at some of the groomsmen and some of the just people that I saw. I was like, hey, can you guys actually help me unload the car? I want to make sure that everything is ready for rehearsal, but, my uncle needs all the flower stuff in the kitchen. Like he's setting up in the kitchen. So immediately two or three of the groomsmen or whoever it was, I don't even know who I asked, but a bunch of people popped up. They're like, I got you. They start unloading the car. I was like, cool, bet. I start taking care of whatever's at the chapel, talking to the minister, coordinating whatever. Seats were being placed. I was organizing this, that, and the other. People were asking again. We were so involved with the setup and with everything like that because obviously for me, I wanted to make sure everything was orderly and done properly because it was of utmost priority for me to make sure that we were following all the regulations and everything was taken care of in an appropriate manner.
Right.
Like that was priority for me. So that's what I was taking care of. Now fast forward to, 5-10 minutes later, I see you and Kuya, and you guys are like holding the Wawa drinks. I was like, oh, cool. Let me take a quick sip of that just so I can get a quick hit of caffeine. So I take a quick sip, and then I knew that I was like, we don't really have time for me to drink this. I'm going to put this down. I put it kind of down on one of the corners just so that it was, there. Put it down, and my uncle comes up, and he is freaking out. And he's just like, where's the box? Where's the box? I know I packed the box. Also, as like a side tangent, after the fact, I was talking to my parents about this same incident, and my mom was saying, no, we definitely packed it. Like, I packed it, so I know that it should be there. Like, we have it somewhere. And so then I'm like, why are people freaking out? Like, I was like, we literally need to be inside the chapel right now, and we have people screaming. Not screaming. That's very dramatic. People upset. And I'm like, the rehearsal needs to start. Everyone stop. And I was like, what are we looking for? Looking for the box with the foam. And I said, okay, did anyone ask for the box in his car? Why would there be a box in the car? Because we had to move a box because of, reasons. We had to move a box. There is one box of floral things, I'm assuming the foam, in his car. He's clearly here. I couldn't tell you at the top of my head. I'm going to assume this is when you're taking a piss. I don't know, or whatever it was. And I was like, he's here. He has to be here. And if he's not here now, he will be here. So the foam will be there. Let's all take a breather. So, everyone's freaking out. I sent my parents back into the sanctuary. I think I found either you or Kuya. And I was like, hey, someone get this one random box. So everyone's freaking out. It's there. We found it. We brought it to him. Everything was fine. And I drag you into the chapel because I'm like, we are now late. Everyone's waiting for us. And I was like, it was taken care of. Again, this comes down. I truly was reflecting on this because I was like, did I do something wrong? No. Yes. Could I have communicated better? Probably. Like expressing that, telling someone else other than you and I that there was an extra box in the car. But again, what it came down to was we made a last minute change / decision based on I need to be in a car. You had room in your car. We needed to move a box. And we were both going to be at the same place at the same time.
Right.
When the time came. So, do I regret the decisions that I made? No. did it annoy me and peeve me and I was ready to launch myself at everyone? Yes. Because I was like, why are we freaking out? First of all, we are at the chapel. Number one, we are at the chapel. We need to maintain solemnity and calmness and professionalism, whatever you want to phrase it as. We need to be the calm ones.
Right.
We are organized. We have everything that we need. All you have to do is ask the question. So why my parents, my uncle, whoever it was, everyone wants to freak out about a singular box of floral foam? I have no idea. But I was like, can we not do this? Like, can we all just take a breather, ask the question calmly and kindly, and we will find an answer. Heck, if that box didn't even show up, we would have found an answer anyways. Like, someone would have run home and gotten another box of, like, it was like there were so many options and answers. It wasn't like the end of the world. And then if it didn't happen, okay, then we weren't going to have flowers. So what? Like, I was not going to die over it. I wasn't going to die on this hill, essentially. All that to say, crisis averted because someone took 5 seconds to ask, does anyone happen to know where this box is? We knew where the box was. We gave it to them. It was done. Now, on to the actual rehearsal. And I distinctly remember in the rehearsal being like, okay, I need to, again, kind of lock in and just make sure everyone's on the same page and everyone's whatever. But for all intents and purposes, rehearsal-wise, I think it went well.
Yeah.
Do I have one thing I wish I could change?
Yeah.
Yes. I wish we did it twice.
Right.
Okay, I'm glad you agree. Because I'm like, I don't know. I've in every other rehearsal I've done, except for our wedding and the last wedding that we did, it's only been done once. And I'm like, can we hold on? One time is just like let's run through the motions. If we have any questions, whatever. And then run it a second time to be like, okay, almost like regular practice, final practice. Like, yeah. I don't know. That's how I see it. Now, was I going to question the person in charge who was leading this rehearsal? Absolutely not. Was I going to say anything and like make them change whatever was going on? It was already 9:30 at night. Absolutely not. But there's a part of me that was like, I kind of wish I just spoke up and said, can we just redo, just running through the motion one more time? Would it have made a significant difference? Probably not, because I think we were, for all intents and purposes, on the same page. Again, that being said, because you and I were so deeply involved, and you and I are so deeply in tune with how it should go. And I mean, I can't speak for you. I know Mo, at the end of rehearsal, asked me 10,000 questions, and I answered every single one of them. And I don't know if Best Man did the same for you. But it was definitely like if we just ran through it one more time, it just as okay, we've gone through the motions. Now let's just try to do it and see how it goes. Also, the organ didn't get to play.
Yeah.
I felt bad. She was there and she just was like, okay. Also, it was the first time that I realized in the rehearsal, like when we were running through it, that I literally see nothing until I come out.
Yeah.
I don't see anyone walking down the aisle. I literally see nothing. So I was like, oh, I'm a little lonesome back here with my daddy just being like, hey, yo, dab it up. I don't know, like, I was just like, what are we doing? In my head, I'm like, I need to be in that room right now, making sure everything's going well and making sure everyone's walking slowly and all these things. And I was not. So I was like, okay, just twiddling my thumbs in the back. We're very fortunate that the chapel that we chose to have our wedding in has a double door entrance, which was like a big deal to me, and I don't know if it was a big deal to you, but it does. I think it makes a difference in the moment, right? Because it makes for a very dramatic entrance. So essentially, what happens is sponsors go through, full entourage goes through. Oh, no, sponsors didn't walk. I'm sorry. Entourage goes through, and then ring bearers and flower girl go through. Doors close very dramatically. I reset behind the door with Faja. And then doors very dramatically open, and I walk down the aisle.
Right.
And it's very, very nice. And there's like a whole hymn, and everything is very, very beautiful. So all that to say, I was like, oh, and it felt so surreal to me, not knowing what was happening other than I'm behind the door. And what am I doing? I don't know. Was there anything about the rehearsal that stood out to you during the actual rehearsal?
Yeah, the only thing that really stood out to me was when we're going through it and we're rehearsing the part where we have to kneel down.
Yes.
And I stopped. I was like, hey, I'm still trying to get over me dislocating my
Your
knee
destiny.
2 months ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, I might need some help getting down and or getting back up.
Right. And our very, very kind, our main male sponsor was very, very kind, graciously helped you. I think when you kneeled down, you were fine, but getting back up, it was
Yes,
just like,
it was definitely getting back up because I was like, I'm holding your hand in my left hand,
yeah.
and I need both hands to get myself up if I
Right.
were to do it by myself.
Yeah.
And so just having one hand, I was like, yeah, I can't do this. So, very graciously, our primary male sponsor,
yeah.
took all of his might and grabbed me by the forearm.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. I can put all my weight on his arms,
Yeah. And
onto my forearm, and push
right.
myself up.
Yeah.
Worked out well.
Good.
And then after that, that was just my biggest worry throughout the entire rehearsal.
The kneeling.
And
Yeah.
then for the actual ceremony.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm glad that we practiced that part because I was like, I don't know how I'm supposed to do this, without a help.
Right. Yeah, and it was kind of one of those things that it was like we went through the motions and we did it, but I wish there was like a second round through of like,
Oh yeah,
no notes necessarily, but just like, okay, let's all see if we remember what we have to do tomorrow.
correct.
But like, it worked out. It worked out really, really nicely. And, yeah, and everything was great. Now, at the end of rehearsal, it was very quick. It was very efficient. Everyone was very happy because it was already late. And so we're like, okay, let's wrap things up. Let's get done. Obviously, those who were going there was a team of people. I say a team. There's a pair of people who are going to be left behind at the chapel to finish setting up. But then came the situation of the arch. Now, with the arch, I was like, and I kind of had initially told the groomsmen, like, hey, I just kind of need you guys as like bodies, as extra hands, as whatever.
Yeah.
And rehearsal was done. Don't get me wrong. But then I kind of blinked. I don't know. I was talking to some people. People were finalizing, timelines and all that stuff. I blinked, and all the groomsmen are gone except for two. And I was like, oh, okay. But I had this arch that needed to be built. Right. Now, it's like think like IKEA, like Allen wrench, just got to put a couple pieces together. I don't think it's that complicated. But obviously, the more hands to kind of help stabilize parts or help hold parts or whatever. Because this thing is like 7 feet tall. I still don't know where it is, to be honest. I think my uncle has it. I don't know. So it's a tall arch, and we used it to like decorate with like flowers and whatever, just as our. I guess it's in front of us, but it would be like our background, as like our photographer would take photos of us.
Yes.
We're facing it, but it was just like, oh, okay. So I felt really bad because I was talking to, one of the groomsmen, and then the subject of the arch came up, and my uncle was like, well, ask someone to build it. And I was like, I can't build it because I'm in a dress. Like, I'm in a dress that's like not, that I can be in a dress and I can do things, but this particular dress was not that type of dress. And I was like, okay. And so I kind of like panicked, looked over to my dad, and I said, what is the best solution to the situation? He's like, ask the groomsmen. And I said, okay. So I had to ask the remaining two groomsmen, mainly one, and then the other helped. Kuya helped.
Yep.
But I don't blame Kuya either, because it was kind of just like it's a 7 foot tall thing. Kuya is not 7 foot tall. So, Kuya just acted as extra hands. And our friend, who is like super dad, he kind of just super dad did that.
Yeah.
And I think later on at some point, because it was just getting to be very tall and rickety, my brother came in and my dad came in.
Yeah.
And they were just like, we'll help. Again, I don't think it was a complicated thing. I think it was something that I should have stated as a task prior to.
Yeah.
Like, as in prior to the rehearsal, let the groomsmen know, and let a group of people know this is a task that needs to be done. I did not do that because I did not think that was a task I had to be responsible for.
Right.
Things happened. It's okay. And so, yeah, we ended up having this really, really cool arch that they draped like florals and drapery and butterflies and all sorts of things. It ended up being really, really beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. And it was like, okay, cool. Also, last minute, one of our mutual friends just like came to the chapel and she's like, I'll help.
Yeah.
And I was like, please. I was like, I don't know what's happening here. And again, all the while, I'm, answering questions for the sponsors, answering questions, like people are asking, what do you need, where do you need me at this time? Or what do you need this? Or when are we getting our boot? Like, I'm answering all the timeline questions, all the inquiries were coming to me and being filtered, which was fine. I also had a brief meeting with our videographer and our photographer wasn't there, but our videographer to confirm. Like, I was like, hey, now that you've seen the place, because our videographer is not from the area, so he's not familiar with the chapel.
Right.
And I made sure he went to go talk to the minister who's in charge. And I said, confirm things with him, and then I told him, I was like, hey, here's this, here's that, whatever. I showed him the balcony, which was really, really cool. And he was like, whoa, this is cool, Ata. And I said, yes, it is. And I need you to get the really cool shots from here. He's like, I got you. And I'm like, okay, cool. And that was fun too, because my nephew was like, how'd you get up there? And I was like, secret passage. I don't know what I said. But I was just like, it's a secret.
Right.
And he was like, you're so smart. And I was like, yes, I am. And yeah, that ended rehearsal. I think by the time they got the arch up, I think that was when you and I were like, okay, we gotta go, because we knew that we had to wake up early the next day.
Yes.
And yeah, so after that we parted ways, and I was like, I guess I'll see you on wedding day, bro. And you were like, yeah, let's get married. I don't know. It was weird because I was like, we were at the chapel, so like I couldn't really like do anything. I was just like, all right, see you later. And yeah, I don't know what happened for you after that, or like anything. Did I miss anything?
No. Like, I knew that when your uncle brought the arch out and it had to be made, I was like, I'm not touching this.
We weren't supposed to.
Hands down, I'm not touching this. I'm not even gonna do anything with it.
We're supposed to. I don't want to say that we're not supposed to do anything for our wedding, but
we are supposed to be resting.
Well, yeah, like we're supposed to. I don't know, be getting ready for the actual wedding.
Right.
And I thought that it was handled,
and
it was not.
Yeah.
So then I was given a task.
Yeah.
Which I then had to offload to someone else.
Okay.
Shout out Super Dad Groomsman.
Yes. So it was nice that that groomsman, took charge of trying to build it, and he was just like looking at the figure on the box, and he was just like, "Oh, yeah, this looks very simple."
And it really is. You cannot mess up an arch. It's literally long line, circle.
Okay.
Like, I mean, granted, it's IKEA, so you kind of have to put it together. But, like, you just MacGyver it. It's fine.
Yeah.
All as well.
But just trying to hold all the pieces together
right.
is what actually made the building of the arch hard.
Yes.
And so there were, like, 3 different people holding things together so that one person can screw in everything in together.
Every other piece. Yeah.
But, yeah, it went pretty well. Mm-hmm. And when they finally got it up to stand, that's when we were like, okay, time to go.
Yes.
And so, like you said, we parted ways, and we were just like, okay, bro, I'll see you tomorrow. Blah 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 blah.
Let's get
whatever.
Married tomorrow.
So, I take in my car because I still had Kuya. Best man already left. So we go home. And I actually had to take him home first.
Kuya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took him home first, and then I go home. And at this time, it's like probably close to midnight already.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, I still have one thing to do, which is handwrite the letter that I thought of before we left for the dinner. Oh, actually, before we left for the chapel. And then, so I get the paper that you gave me, start handwriting this thing out.
Because I'm ready and I had stationery ready, and I was like, do you need stationery to write the letter? And he's like, maybe. Yeah.
But it's been so long since I've actually handwritten anything, like in long form. At least 3 years. And my hand started to cramp.
No way.
Yeah, it cramped.
For real?
Yeah. Because I don't write. I don't write like long form, like paragraphs on end.
Yeah.
So it took me a while to finish like 400 words.
I love that you count, but you typed yours
I
out.
typed it. That's why I know it. Took me like 45 minutes because I was like, okay, I need the spacing correctly because it has to be on this small piece of paper. And then, my lines have to be somewhat even, blah, blah, blah. And I was like debating if I should write it in cursive or in regular print.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wrote it in regular print.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
He has very nice teacher handwriting.
I do. But I don't think you would have been able to read my cursive. That's why I didn't want to do it.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You're not confident in your cursive?
It's not that I'm not confident. It's just it likes to just flow on its own.
Mm.
And yeah, it can get really small and very detailed and you might not be able to read it.
I see.
But yeah, that took me 45 minutes. And so by the time I got done, it was closer to 1 o'clock now. And I was like, okay.
That's wild.
I need to get some rest.
Yeah.
So finally get some rest. And I knew I had to be up early the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
Because we still had things to do in the morning before we started getting ready.
I mean, things to do. You had a couple errands to run.
Yeah. So
a couple things to consolidate. That it's not like these were not tasks that you could have done beforehand. These are tasks that you had to do
day
morning
off.
of.
Yeah. So I wake up at 4 o'clock, get ready, and I head over to the apartment where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
And you're already up. And I come inside.
I'm just waking up, yeah.
Yeah, I come inside. You and Mo are, up. You're getting things ready. And you're just like, what are you doing here? I'm just like, what do you mean? I'm ready to take on whatever task you need me to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, you're an hour early though. And I was like, so
y'all, I'm sorry, y'all. When I tell y'all that I had this timeline down to the hour, second, minute, whatever you want to do, I had it down. And I was like, okay, at this point, this person is going to arrive. At this point, this is going to get delivered. And so you coming in at 5 in the morning
mm-hmm.
threw me off massively because I didn't need you until 7.
Hey.
Now,
later on.
I was going to say, this is not to say that, you being here early was a bad thing. You did help, me and Mo out and organizing whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole shtick was you get coffee for, you make the coffee run. And when breakfast is delivered, breakfast was scheduled to be delivered at 7 a.m. When breakfast is delivered, then you would be here so that you could take your portion of the breakfast to the boys. That was the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it just threw me off massively because I was like, why are you here so early? I was like, make me feel like I'm late. And I was like, I'm not late. I'm following the timeline.
Okay. So, as you say that, me getting here an hour early benefited you.
It did.
Okay. So, I get here at 5. I'm early, whatever. You were like, okay, hair and makeup's supposed to be here at
6.
A little bit before 6.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, cool. I'll just chill out here until that time comes, and then I'll start helping out.
Mm-hmm.
And so hair and makeup gets here, and I was like, okay, in our apartment complex, there is no visitor parking.
Yeah.
And so I was like...
There's no visitor parking right in front of our particular apartment building. Right?
And so I was like, did you let them know where they have to park?
Yes.
And so... they get here. I'm waiting outside. I'm like, hey, it's actually a little bit of walk from where you have to park to where our apartment's at.
Yeah, it's 2 blocks to the street.
Right. Would you like me to take in your stuff so that you're not lugging it from your car to the apartment?
This is one of the bridesmaids.
Yep. And so one of the 2 females, they're like, sure, can you take this in? And we'll go park the car, and then, we'll make our way over back to the apartment. Mm-hmm. Cool. So I take her stuff in, and then I see the 2 females walking in. One of them has nothing, and then the other one has, stuff in her hands.
Her stuff, yeah.
And so that helped out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They get in, they situate themselves, and then you're like, oh, we can start making the coffee order.
Yeah.
And then you're actually still waiting for one more bridesmaid to get here.
Mm-hmm.
And so that bridesmaid that actually needed to get here also didn't know where to park.
Oh, I honestly, it was all everything that happened outside of the apartment from like 6:30 to when I left. I have no idea what happened.
Okay, so as I was going back outside to check on this person, I'm like at my car, and she drives right past my car, and I'm just like waving my hands. I'm like, "Oh, I see you!"
Yeah,
and out of the corner of her eye, she sees me, and then she backs up, and I'm just like, "Hey, I'm about to leave to go grab the coffee order.
Yes,
I can show you where you need to park and then drop you back off in front of the apartment so you don't have to walk in the cold."
Right.
She says yes, and I'm just like, all right, cool. I helped out another person.
Yeah.
So then drop her off at the apartment after she gets her stuff, and then I go and grab the coffee order. This entire time, I did not know that you had texted me. So, yeah,
I don't remember.
You texted me that you made a second order because you forgot one.
Yes, Mo was in charge of it, but then we didn't realize that one of the girls didn't answer.
Right.
So when we counted, we're like, yeah, there's 5, but there's 5 bridesmaids and then me.
Right.
So that was our mistake. Yeah.
So I go over to Starbucks. I pull up in the driveway. I'm like, hey, I'm picking up an order for Ami. And they're like, okay, pull around. And then I pull up, and the person's like, hey, did you actually have 2 different orders under Ami? And I was like, I don't know, maybe. So I call you.
Yeah.
Instinctively, I call you.
Of course.
You don't pick up. And I'm just like, well, pretty sure it's her.
Yeah.
So they give me 5 drink orders.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, you actually do have a second order. And that's when I actually saw your text when they said that. And I was like, okay, yeah, she did make 2 different orders.
Yeah.
So in total, I'm supposed to have 6 drinks.
Yes.
They give me a tray of 4 drinks. Or they actually give me 2 trays. They give me a tray of 3 drinks and a tray of 2 drinks.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, cool. They give me my order, and they're like, okay, here's your order. Take it. And I start leaving. I'm like, hold up. 3 plus 2 is 5.
The math ain't mathing. Yeah.
I'm supposed to have 6.
Yeah.
So I go back inside. I park my car. Go back inside. I'm like, hey, I'm supposed to have 6 drink orders. You only give me 5. And then the guy, he does like some backtracking in his mind, and he's like, it's this drink because I know I didn't give you a straw. And I was like, yes, you did not give me a straw.
Okay, yeah, you guys are like thinking together. Yeah.
It was like the 5 other drinks were like hot. And the last drink was not.
The refresher. Yeah.
And so he was like, okay, I'll make the drink for you, and then we'll get you on your way. I wasn't mad or anything. I had plenty of time to kill, so I was just like, yeah, I'll just hang out. Yeah, no problem. He gets the drink ordered to me. Cool. So I make my way back to the apartment, get the drink ordered into the apartment. At this time, like, the photographer and videographer are now in the apartment. Yes. And they're doing their thing. I'm just like, okay, everyone's here. Everyone's here. Everyone's doing their thing. I'm now getting in the way because I'm just here for no reason because I'm still waiting for the food order. Yes. So now the food order gets here, and
who got the food? Did you get the
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
you I think you got the text, or
I got the notification. Food's here. Yeah.
Food's here. So I go walk out, grab the food. The guy was literally just walking to the apartment with the everything in a bag. And he's like, is this for Ami? I was like, yes. I'll go ahead and take it from you. And then he just dumps everything in my hands. He's like, have a good one. And he leaves. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. Bring it. I brought it into the kitchen. And the last bridesmaid that's supposed to be here was not here yet. Yes. This was the person that was supposed to divvy up the food. Her task
was to divvy the food. Yes.
I was like, okay, no problem. I'm still here, so I'll divvy up the food.
Right. You were supposed to do it with her anyways, but it was just like, it just so happened that the person who was supposed to help you hadn't made it yet.
Yeah. So I went ahead and did that. It was a little bit challenging because we were like, we don't have any containers to separate this. So we had to take stuff out of the original container, and then, we
divided and conquered. Yeah.
I sandwiched everything that I was bringing over to the groomsmen, and he just took 2 trays over to the groomsmen, and you had everything else.
Yeah.
And so I get everything for the breakfast into the car, and then I make my way over to actually back to my house.
Okay.
At that time, I call up best man. I'm like, hey, I have all the food now. I'm getting ready to go back to my house to pick up some stuff. Just meet me at the house, and then I'll ride with you over to the hotel so that we can get ready.
Yeah.
So I get to the house. I pick up some paper plates, forks, and spoons so that we have something to eat on for the guys.
Yeah.
Bring that. Best man tells me, hey, what other things you need from the car so that, we can get over to the hotel.
Yeah.
And, I get my Men's Warehouse suit or tux, and I get my backpack that I prepared, and we go. So we get to the hotel, and I'm like, oh crap, I forgot something. What did you forget? I forgot the card key.
Oh,
the card key that I had last night.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, it's not a big deal. That's a quick fix.
Yeah.
So go up to the front desk. Hey, it seems like I lost my card key. Can you make me a new one? Sure, no problem. Do you have your ID?
Yeah.
Yep. So show my ID. It's under my name anyways. So I get the new card key, and I let me and best man into the room.
Yes, yeah.
And as we go into the room, there's 3 more groomsmen outside the side door, and they're just like waving.
Yeah.
And then best man goes, oh, the other groomsmen are here.
Yeah.
So they lets them in. So we're now 5 people, and we're waiting on my brother as the last person to get to the hotel room.
Groomsmen wise, yes.
Yeah. So we unload everything into the room, and then I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna go check out the breakfast, because I saw some people that we knew from yesterday that stayed at the hotel, and then I saw my sister also grabbing some food at the breakfast.
Oh yes, yeah.
And so I go back to the breakfast place, check it out, and while I'm like looking around, Cleo walks into the front desk, walks the other way. I'm just like, hey, you're this way. So I get Cleo, direct him over to the room, and now we're all in the room, and we're chilling. It's 7:30.
Yeah.
So we're basically just waiting for the videographer to get done with you guys, for us to get ready.
Yes.
So while we're waiting, we're cutting up some food from the breakfast that we got from you.
Yeah.
And we start eating. We put on a movie on the TV, some type of Captain America movie.
Sure.
And, we're just chilling, having fun, making jokes, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we get a call from the videographer. It's now 8:30. And they were like, hey, we're now leaving the apartment to go back to the hotel. Can you guys start getting ready by putting on your pants and shirts?
Yes.
So we do that, and they finally get to the room. It's now 8:50. And I'm just like, we have to leave at 9:30.
Yeah.
That's in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, do what you guys need to do. Let me know what you need. And then we start getting ready. So they take all of the, what's it called? The still shots? Flat lays. There you go. They take all the things for the flat lays. Shoes, cologne, glasses.
The glasses was a surprise to me. I was not expecting that.
Yeah. Tie, cufflinks, watch, all of that. And it takes them so long just to get the flat lay picture.
Yeah.
Because they're getting everything ready. So it takes them maybe 20-25 minutes. So by that time, all the other guys, they're just like asking, hey, do we need to start putting on stuff, or what do you guys need before, blah blah blah. And slow and steady, they're getting ready, putting things on one by one.
Yeah.
They finally get done with the flat lays, and then they were like, okay, we need you to start taking pictures of you like tying your shoes or putting on your vest and your tie and your blazer. So they take pictures of that, And all this time, it's just me and best man that they're taking pictures of.
Yeah.
The other 4 groomsmen, they're just like, what are we doing here then?
I know, yeah.
So while they're getting ready, best man starts to take candid pictures of the other groomsmen on his phone, which, actually one of them came out pretty nice.
Okay.
Because he took it in the full-length mirror, and it's just all 6 of us just like,
kind of like,
hey!
Yeah.
And it turned out to be a really good picture.
That's cute.
That one I actually really liked. But yeah, the actual pictures that the videographer and photographer took didn't have many of the groomsmen. We took a couple of pictures on the couch with everyone.
Yeah, I heard
and that was it. And they were just like, we really didn't need to get ready with y'all in the room. We could have just came ready, came to the room, and then took some pictures.
Right.
But hey, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And actually, there was one story that with the rings that happened in the hotel room.
Yeah.
So the person that you designated to hold onto the ring,
right? Because I gave everyone taskers.
Right. He finally gets the box, and he's just like, "Oh, let me see what these rings look like." And so he pops open the box, and since ring boxes, they have like spring action when it opens up. He wasn't ready for that.
Oh,
and so
snapped open.
Yeah, it snapped open, and your ring popped out. Where it went, it took him a while to find it, and so. It popped out, and he was just like, there's only one ring in here. Where's the other ring? And he's like looking on the floor. He's like, I can't find it, guys. Help me out. Like, so they start turning on their phone flashlights, and they're like looking all over the floor. And, it takes them like good 3 to 5 minutes to find it.
Yeah.
And where it landed was at the edge of his tie. And it was just hanging on.
What?
On his tie. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And so he was like, okay, at least I didn't lose it. Everything's good, guys.
He's like, I had one job.
Yeah. And so he puts the ring back into the ring box, closes it, and he's like, okay, I'm not going to open it again. I'm just going to take care of it and just hold it.
I'm just holding this. This is my responsibility. Yeah.
Yep. And so he puts that away. And then later on, when we get to the chapel, he's like protecting the ring with his life.
Of course.
Like,
that's why I trusted him with it.
If this mic is the ring, this is how he was holding it. And just like this.
I will not let go.
It was like so close to his heart. Like he was protecting it with all of his might.
I love that.
And like even when he was walking, like his hands did not move. It was just kept straight on his chest.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dude, loosen up. Like, you don't need to be that serious.
Yeah.
After all that, like we're getting ready to pack up and leave to go to the chapel. And, during this time, I'm just like, okay, I'm forgetting things like left and right. So when I packed up my stuff, I forgot my Crocs. And then they were like, oh, you left your Crocs. So we got the Crocs. Yeah. And then when I got to the car, and best man drove me, my brother, and my sister.
Right.
I was like, oh, I forgot my jacket. It's cold. So,
it was cold.
Kuya runs back to the room. The other videographer was still there. So he ended up getting the jacket. And then we finally leave.
Yeah.
And so around this time, it's like now 10 o'clock. We're leaving to go to the chapel. We should be there by 10:30.
Sure.
And so
all is still well.
All is well. We get there. I take a quick peek into the sanctuary to see, what decorations your uncle did with the flowers and the arch. Yeah. And I was like, oh, cool.
Worked out.
I see the color scheme working out. I see all the stuff that he did. But there was...
Were the officers already there?
Yeah, the officers were there. And I didn't see all the intricate details that he put into it.
I know.
I just saw the general...
Overview.
The general view of it. I was like, cool, it looks pretty.
Yeah.
And so at this time, I'm being corralled into the minister's office to wait for the actual ceremony to start.
Yes.
And at this time, I'm just looking out into the hallway, and I just see my sister and my nephew running back and forth through the hallway.
Or the main hallway?
The main hallway next to the minister's office.
Okay.
So they're just like running back and forth.
Yeah.
And of course, my sister, she loves my nephew, so she's willing to chase him down and just play with him while he just does his thing. So I'm just like, I'm happy that's happening. There's a couple of people walking by that stop by to say hello and whatever.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, best man just like, what am I doing here? He's like,
that's very best man of him. But yeah, that's very him.
He's just like, man, like, he's like giving me like these random scenarios, and I'm just like, hey, man, that was all you. But there is one thing that he did leave his mark on, which I'm not going to say, but I'll tell you later.
Okay.
And yeah, we finally wait, and the minister finally comes in, and he's just like, okay, so it's now 10:55. And the minister goes, okay, the bride's still not here yet. And he's like informing one of the other ministers. He's like, hey, if the bride comes very late, and he doesn't like specify a time, but he's just like, if they come very late, I may have to switch out to the reserved minister to officiate.
The way I'm crying on the inside.
Yeah. And I was just like, oh, don't do that, because we really want you to actually do it.
We really need you, yeah.
So, like, we're waiting in the office, and then, the other minister that he informed comes back to like, okay, they're here.
Yes.
They're ready now.
Yeah.
It's now 11:10, and I'm just like, okay.
No, it was because I looked at my time. We pulled in at 11:05. We parked the car at 11:07.
Okay. How long did it take y'all to put on boutonnieres and all that?
We didn't put on boutonnieres.
You should have.
The boutonnieres belonged to the groomsmen. We were given bouquets.
Okay. Did you already have all your bouquets and all that?
It was handed to us as we walked in. It was a quick turnaround on my part. So, like, yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure my mom said she sat down at, like, 11:09. Like, just before 11:10.
What time did I say?
11:10, yeah. But I'm just saying, don't make it seem like I arrived at 11:10. I arrived before 11:10.
Okay. When the minister came in to say everyone's here and it's ready, it was 11:10.
Yeah.
So when we walked in, it was 11:10.
Yeah.
Okay, don't tell me I'm wrong because I checked the time.
I know. Sorry, I'm laughing, y'all, because I was the one who was like, we will not be late. And I was late.
Yeah. Okay. So.
It was out of my control. I will be honest. It was out of my control, but it is what it is. One of my bridesmaids was like, if there's one day that you could be 10 minutes late, it's today.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean.
Because we can't start without
we
you.
Literally can't have the wedding without me.
So that was my take on everything from the rehearsal to right before the ceremony starts.
That was a crazy morning for you.
Yes. That was my entire perspective from the rehearsal last night up until right before the ceremony. Mm-hmm. And since we've been going, or actually I've been going on for quite some time.
Yeah. We got a lot to share. I told you.
We do have a lot to share. We're going to go ahead and cut it here.
Wrap today's episode.
This is going to be it for today's episode. And the next episode, we'll share Ami's perspective after the rehearsal up until, the beginning of the ceremony. And then we'll take it from the ceremony and then onwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of things happen. And I want to, reiterate. I think we said this in the last episode. Our wedding day was perfect. It happened, and it was great, and it was wonderful. Despite all these, funny little anecdotes that we're kind of, adding in now as we reflect on the day, I want to reiterate our wedding day and everything. The whole wedding weekend, whatever it was, it was perfect, and I wouldn't change a single thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it genuinely was an experience of, even despite all of my OCD planning, things still happened. And it was just like well, I guess, we just adjust, or we pivot from here. And I guess just as a friendly reminder to any brides or grooms out there, you can do all the planning down to the minute on your timeline, on your whatever. You have everyone on the same page. You have meetings with everyone beforehand of how it's going to go. Things happen, and you really just don't anticipate it. When you came early, that was a blessing in disguise, like you said, because you helped me out in a lot of ways that I wasn't really anticipating. Because I didn't have a car, actually. My car was being used by someone else, and we didn't plan for that initially. So in that way, it worked out. But also, that our timeline was thrown off because not that you were there early, but it was like then, some other people were running late and some people were whatever. So things out of our control that we just can't do whatever. Again, all that to say, this is all for funsies. So like any of the people in these stories or whatever, we love you all genuinely.
Yes, we do.
You guys not only made our day perfect and special, but these are the things that we want. We're recording this because we want to remember these stories. We want to remember the fun, crazy, the silly, the thing. My ring dropping, that is wild to me. Like, and I can only imagine the fear in his soul, which is why he was clutching the rings the whole time because of what happened. And I don't blame him. I very specifically entrusted him with that task because, and I told this to my parents too. I was like, I trust him with my life because he is such a trustworthy and responsible person. We all have our moments though, so things like that, it's really fun to reflect on. But yeah, do you have any other final thoughts before we wrap up today's episode?
Not at all.
Yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed part 2 of our wedding saga. And as you can see, there's a lot left still to tell.
Yeah.
We will continue the story in our next episode. We hope you guys enjoyed listening. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and we will see y'all next time.
Bye.